Welcome back to the Day Sound Blunt Podcast Show, man. You already know, man, I'm on Higher Voltage. This a collaboration between me and my boy Dollar Bill, Higher Voltage and Day Sound Blunt Podcast Show, man. What's good, man? This is the second segment. That boy asked me a real question the first segment, but we had a little technical difficulties. We had to pay our bills, so we back right now. Dollar Bill, what was that question you asked me, Brody?
So basically, I was asking you like how Iceberg had a versus against Ball Greasy. I was wondering, just asking, how do you feel about Brisco versus Iceberg having a versus? Who do you think will win through the most hits?
Ooh.
Oh my God!
So I'm being honest. This is what you're gonna get from Day Sound Blunt. You're gonna get honesty, bro. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. Nah. If it was a versus between Brisco and Iceberg, I'm gonna be real with you. Brisco gonna lose. And the reason why Brisco gonna lose, because of the women.
I don't know now. I might feel like Brisco gonna win because right now, if they had any stipulations on any of the records, I feel like Brisco got more original records.
But during the verses, it ain't no stipulations.
I'm just saying though, he got more records that he finished from top to bottom by himself. That ain't no remake from no other artist.
Brisco might have more original records. Okay. But Berg got some shit, boy.
Nah, I'm a fan of
Berg got some shit. Berg got some shit.
I'm just saying.
Regardless if it
ain't gonna be no situation like how it was with Ball Greasy, where it was more, you know what I'm saying? Ball Greasy got some hits.
But Ball Greasy. Let's be real about Ball Greasy. I fuck with Ball Greasy. Shout out to Ball Greasy. I know a couple of his family members, grew up under a couple of his family members.
Shout out Ghost Star, man. Shout out Ball Greasy.
You know what I'm saying? Now, let's be real about Ball Greasy. Ball Greasy ain't make no good music for the streets, bruh.
Yeah, he did.
Who? Tell me.
I'm saying he got some good music.
What music that I heard when I was coming up in school that I listened to?
But see, some of his stuff came a little bit later. Like, see, in the beginning he had shown, but a lot later he started making records for the streets that people was bumping. He focused more on the ladies, but them songs, I got the Choppers on Deck, all those songs, he got songs.
I never heard those songs. I never
the song
bumped
that he
them.
got with Jim Jones, you know, he ride with them Choppers on Deck. He got songs now, but the thing about it is when you gonna compare it in competition towards Brisco or Iceberg, it ain't even no competition with how people know these songs word for word.
Only thing I know from Ball Greasy, and I say this respectfully because I fuck with Ball Greasy, but when I'm coming from my young nigga days, in my 20s, I wasn't listening to no fucking Ball Greasy. He ain't had nothing that'll get my attention.
But that's what I'm trying
around
to
that
say.
time.
But that's what I'm trying to say. He ain't have a lot of music out around that time.
All I knew about Ball Greasy was that my dog Kenny G them cousin. Mm-hmm. That's all. And my dog Ron. Shout out to Ron boy and shout out to Kenny G. That's all I knew. That was my dog's cousin. But Sean was a good song.
He had another one too, because I remember they used to be playing around the time the stick drill era was out too, where he talking about I'm just dancing in the mirror with my shades on.
Ball Greasy can't even beat Brisco. Ball Greasy can't beat Iceberg in the verses.
He already lost the Iceberg.
Yeah, because we don't remember no songs other than the songs for the women. Now he had a good ass run. I don't remember the year, if it was 2019 or 2020. Ball Greasy had a great run with the women.
Right.
And that's one thing about this industry. If you got the women, you gone.
You choose the lane, yeah. You choose the lane.
So it's just like
he stayed in the Bayday lane. So let's get back to Brisco and Iceberg.
Okay, let's go back to Brisco and Iceberg. I'ma choose Iceberg. And the reason why I'ma choose Iceberg, because dog, more songs. And maybe this because Brisco got locked up and Brisco went into a dark shell. After that, it didn't make no more music.
Right.
Maybe he thought that his career. But right now, Brisco. Oh, this if Brisco would have continued to do what he was doing and not fall into the shell, maybe I would have had a different opinion.
Yeah, I right now I don't know. I think I could pick Briscoe, and I know a lot of people gonna think it's biased because I'm saying it, but the truth is, right now, how I feel like how he got to deal with some of those records. This ain't a rap song. This is my life. Bitch, I'm me. Just know that. Sliding. All of these records is real records that people know word by word, just like how people know word by word for Iceberg. But I just feel like if people don't put in it nothing else about the streets and it's just about music, which I know probably won't happen. That's why Iceberg will win. But I definitely know that Briscoe got the records to compete with.
Who got better timeless music?
Both of them.
No.
Both of them, bruh. People still bumping.
Oh my God.
Bruh, people still bumping Closer to My Dream just like they
Ooh,
bumping Slide.
I'm not bumping no Briscoe music right now.
People still bumping
Even when
Slide.
and I fuck with Briscoe and I love Briscoe. I fuck with Briscoe.
Listen,
Like I say, this is not this me being
Trey,
honest.
Trey, I just was around some niggas that didn't know nothing about this battle, and they played all Dade County niggas, and they definitely played Briscoe in the same vein that they play Iceberg. And these niggas don't even be on Instagram. These niggas just playing some Rick Ross, Trick Daddy, Iceberg, Briscoe. They just playing niggas shit.
Don't get me wrong.
So guess what?
Briscoe got the street. Briscoe don't got all of the streets, but Briscoe got, I want to say, 40% of the streets.
But we still talking about the records. We talking about the music right now.
If we talking about records, I want to say who got timeless music.
Both
Even
of
if
them. Cause I can sing you, bro. One thing about it, two things for sure. I ain't finna sit up here and cap. Just like I could sing you some Iceberg songs word for word in that era. Briscoe was just as hot at that era, and he got some songs where you gonna sing them word for word. And one thing about it will always rest assured me this is being in Broward. See, I'm from Dade County, but when you go in Broward and you hear these people play Briscoe, they play Briscoe the same way they play Iceberg. So the same way you a fan of Iceberg and you saying you a fan of Briscoe, I feel the same way. I'm a fan of Iceberg and Briscoe at the same time. But when it comes to the records, not taking nothing from Iceberg, but I do know about a couple of hits that Briscoe got when I just named the little line.
Briscoe do got hits. The
Yeah.
slide in.
And just know that.
Just know that. Just know that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the hood with Lil Wayne.
I'm in the hood. I'm in the hood.
He got a couple records.
Man, that fucking 2007.
I feel you.
It is good.
I feel you.
But timeless music to me is when I'm in 2023. Like last night when I sold my Lobster Mac. Shout out to the Trey's Lobster Mac and Cheese last night.
That Lobster Mac is busting, man. Y'all get up with Trey every time Trey drop them trays, the Lobster Mac with the great lobster and the great mac and cheese.
I did a Lobster Mac sale last night, $1 bill.
That's what's up,
Right?
man.
I did good. On my way to the crib, I'm going to my old girl crib. A song just randomly come on. I put it on my favorites.
Right.
And the song come on, Go. By goddamn, I'm on Go by Berg. The shit brought tears to my fucking eyes. I'm listening to the shit. Nigga, I'm on Go. I've been on Go all day, bro.
Nah, Berg got some shit.
Berg got some shit that'll make a real nigga say, boy.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's
Briscoe
timeless.
the same way how I can listen to Iceberg and bump that Smokers Only mixtape that he got. Or
That Smokers Only is legend.
Or Strictly for the Streets is the same way how I could go bump some Briscoe OG Kush or go bump some 21 Jump Street. They got albums and mixtapes that came out around the same time. That's why when you said timeless, I took it for just creating music at a time. And even if it's 10, 14 years later, because a lot of that music they did in 2010, 2014, it's about to be 2024, 10 and 14 years ago. When you said timeless, I just took it for when I listen to their music, I remember it and it put me in a space what time I was in, and I'm not thinking about none of the street shit.
Okay. When you say timeless music, the way how you describe timeless music, you right. Everybody have their own opinion.
But what I want to say though is, I'm glad you saying everybody got their own opinion. I don't want to cut you. Remember that thought. But what I want to say is, I'm glad that it got to this point because although I don't want to see no violence, I definitely feel like they turned Miami
Oh
up.
man, what I told you, man, they turned Miami up. This city ain't have a buzz with our homegrown talent like this in a long time.
Yeah, it's been like 3 to 4 years since a lot of artists passed away. Rest in peace to a lot of these artists that passed away from Dade County and Broward County. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace to a lot of the artists that passed away You know what I'm saying? We not gonna name no names,
Right.
but you know who the artists are that passed away from Dade County. You know what I'm saying? In Broward County,
305-954.
shout out to Broward County, shout out to 954. But I will tell you this: there's a split, and right now Broward County got the wave, and the only reason why Broward County got the wave is because of Kodak. Now, who could have been our star to go against a Kodak? Because if we would have had a star down here in Miami around that 2014 era, we would have been just as effective as Broward. But some way, Broward County took over.
I mean, I explained this on my last show where basically I explained everybody got their time. And I feel like Dade County was over-exaggerated and over-popularized. I know that might not be a word. But
maybe watered down because a lot of artists moved down here and wanted to claim Miami.
And not only that, we had representatives for each city. Carroll City, Opelika, Liberty City. We had these Trick Daddy, Rick Ross. We had people representing our places already. So when it got to Broward County, it was not as popular. People knew about Fort Lauderdale and Pompano, but people would come to Broward County and still say they're in Miami. So I feel like people was ready to be aware about another place that's 15 and 20, 30 minutes away from us, an hour away from us, Dade County. So that's why Broward got popping, not only because the talent and the work was put in with Kodak, because they've been grooming him since he was 14, 13. But what I would say is, when something get overly exposed, it's time for them to find out about new stuff. And that's why it's going to Tallahassee and Jacksonville and other places as well.
I'm going to say this, this just my opinion.
Right.
I'm going to give myself a round of applause because this is my opinion. The only reason to me why Broward County took off is because Dade County artists cannot get along. And I found this out when I became a podcaster. Whenever you are intrigued with a certain artist from Miami-Dade County, you're going to have about 3 or 4 artists that's going to come into your DM and hate on them.
Right.
Especially if they know you. If they know you and you know them, they going to come hate on you, which is kind of not really stop you from interviewing that person or highlighting that person, but it'll put you at a crossroads where friendships and business could collide and go the wrong way. And that's what I ran into as a podcast. Like when I ran into as a podcast, like I know all the fucking haters,
but
bro.
One thing I want to say is about that, not to cut you, I just want to say this though. I feel like that's going down in every city. Every city got haters. Every city got niggas from different hoods that got beef. So what I would say is people know who they dealing with. So, you know, if you dealing with a stand-up dude, even if he from another side, you might show him just that general respect just off GP. You know what I'm saying? Just because you already know what time dog on. Dog trying to get money. He ain't really own no shit unless you step on his feet and you step on his toes, then it's pressure. But like I said, a lot of times it just be what it be. It don't always mean that it's gonna be pressure with you because you in your lane and you not in the nigga face. But what it is it just be what it be. And the obvious is you might be down with a nigga that might be down with another nigga that might be beefing. But the truth of the matter is, if you ain't hanging,
oh my God.
Yeah, but the truth of the matter is, if you ain't hanging with a nigga every day and the nigga ain't in your face and you ain't playing up another nigga and gossiping and doing all this whole shit, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is because life is real. And like I said, niggas beefing in every city and it's going down in every hood. And if you a stand-up nigga, you got to stand up on business and you just stand on your word. You know what I'm saying? And then you ain't in niggas' face playing both sides. You gotta just stand on business. You ain't in people's face playing both sides. So you know.
Can't play both sides when you have a platform. And the thing about this, not playing both sides, you could lose people. You could lose good interviews because you are not a pick a side person.
But right now we trying to break the ice with some of that because what happens is you might give one side a voice and don't get the other side a voice. And we out here standing on business 10 toes. So like I said, we ain't into that and you already know we ain't indulging in that. But at the end of the day, we strapped up, we ready, and we ain't really trying to get into no problems. We licensed, we legit, we trying to handle business. So like I said, at the end of the day, we just trying to stay focused, man. And like I said, you can't help what other people got going on. As long as you ain't in the mix of no gossiping.
Exactly.
And all them videos and pictures with niggas, you good.
I'm gonna be real with you. I got turned off by that shit. that's one of the reasons why I stopped podcasting, because I love underground music so much. I became passionate with it. I was finding artists. I was so intrigued with the up and coming artists, the younger artists, the next wave. But what turned me off was the beef. In Miami, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you got a Day Sound Blunt, when you got a higher voltage, you cannot put us, the host of our platforms, in the midst of that shit. You gotta let us go. Because at the end of the day, this side or that side, when we do what we do as content creators, we could boost both sides. It's enough room for everybody to eat. Y'all don't have to talk to each other. Y'all don't have to like each other. Prime example, 42 Doug just had a concert. A concert, his free concert. Do y'all know in Detroit, 42 Doug was able to bring two different sides on the same stage?
That's amazing. And it's going down too. Even FYBJ Main from Chicago, he's starting pushing peace. So like I said, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Long as we handle our objective at the end of the day, we can let it be known to where people can voice their opinion. Even if a nigga don't want to sit with us and we do it virtual from live, from phone to phone and this and that. Like I said, people can voice their opinion, because I see even Mav Hoffa do that in New York with my expert opinion. He'll have Styles P on there, then he'll have another dude on there that was part of the band that feel like, in his truth, his situation ain't work out too well. And Styles P ain't feel too good about that, but at the end of the day, it's like Mav Hoffa like, yo, I gotta let these dudes speak their truth. Like, I don't know if he lying or telling the truth, but I'm just here to run the show.
On the Day Sound Blunt podcast show, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pay my bills, know what I'm saying, and go to another segment, know what I'm saying. Let me go ahead and stop this real quick and hit record on the next one. I'll be back.
Yeah, they cut off on us.
I seen that shit.